Poncho knows we're living in a time where the world is leaning in towards artists. For the first time in history, advocacy has taken its form, and now more people are willing to help out the plight of the artist. The biggest reflection I can tell you of that, and representation I can tell you of that, is that like when I was coming through between the 80s, the 90s, and 2000s, if you work with anybody, it was 50-50, period. I don't care what you was bringing, 50-50. Nowadays, in this current age, it's 60-40, it's 30-70. And I've even seen numbers lower than that. That's an indicator that people now are advocating for you when you had that arrangement. So many artists now are getting opportunities within that space because a lot of times with these organizations like Black Art Today and some other organizations that are pro-artists, they're advocating for you, okay? You don't have to go through a jury and be rejected like I had to, okay? So now you could possibly have a whole year of shows without any investment whatsoever. But what it's doing is it brainwashing you into believing that's what the real deal is. Wake up. Understand what's happening. While the world is changing for us and advocating for us, artists are not changing. They're not changing. They're gimme, need, all about me, all about me. No, it's time to recognize and strengthen those relationships. If you can go and do 12 shows a year just by joining forces and you meet a whole echelon of other artists and y'all sharing information and there's camaraderie, understand you couldn't get that 30 years ago. So if you came into it now, you think that's the way it's supposed to be. I'm telling all of y'all, you thin-skinned, I would curse, but this is a show. You thin-skinned folk, y'all don't know what's up. There's a world out here waiting to reject you and everything you do, no matter how good you think you are. So if you're in the environment right now of these advocators on your behalf and you're getting a swollen ego, shame on you, because I see it happening. Y'all thinking y'all sliced bread, the best thing since sliced bread. Y'all think y'all the self-adhesive stamp in this situation. Come on. Know what the real deal is, because there are people waiting to reject you. When you start heading for these national shows, you're going to get rejected. When you start heading for these residencies, you're going to be rejected. When you start heading for some of these public art projects, you're going to get rejected. When you start going for these grants, you're going to get rejected. So it's time now to realize who you are and make the proper adjustments so you can navigate through it all. Check your ego at the door, but realize that the world is leaning in, and you have to lean in too. Poncho knows. Peace.